It's time now for the Beer Chill Saturday morning news on this Saturday morning, October 3rd, 2015. Got Good morning to you all. This lovely Saturday morning, the 3rd of October, 2015. Here are your news headlines here. Top story at 8:05 here on this Saturday morning. Here is in Kabul, where U.S. forces may have mistakenly bombed a hospital in northern Afghanistan on Saturday, killing at least 9 people in an incident that will raise new questions about the scope of American involvement in the country's 14-year war. A shooting at Yamaka Community College in Oregon left 9 people dead on Thursday as a stricken cargo ship with 28 Americans on board that vanished during Hurricane Joaquin remained missing early Saturday as forecasters warned a separate storm would bring a once-in-a-2-year rainfall event to South Carolina. Rescue workers search for survivors after a landslide hit Cambrai, a neighborhood in the suburb of Santa Catarina Pinoa, about 10 miles east of Guatemala City on Friday. Washington. Jeb Bush drew a sharp rebuke from President Obama on Friday after the Republican presidential candidate shrugged off any need for government action in the wake of the massacre of 9 people at a community college in Oregon. Only 5 people of Russia's airstrikes in Syria have targeted Islamic State extremists, Britain's defense chief said on Saturday as Moscow's 4-day-old aerial bombing campaign continues despite Western concerns. In Lily, London, around 200 migrants tried to get to the shuttle tunnel from the French side. Overnight, clash with the staff and police and forced a temporary suspension of rail services as possible for a Eurotunnel. Moscow. Russia's Air Force has made over 20 flights in Syria in the past 24 hours and set targeted 9 Islamic State objects, Russian news agency said the defense ministry officials said on Saturday. Berlin. Germany marks the quarter of the United Nations on Saturday with 2 leaders from the formerly communist East End of the country that increasingly asserts itself as a Europe's political heavyweight and now facing a new challenge. Tehran, Iran. The first plane carrying bodies of Iranian pilgrims hidden. Killed in the Hajj stampede in Saudi Arabia arrived in Tehran on Saturday, 9 days after the disaster that escalated tensions between the 2 regional rivals. A man has been arrested in the murder for hire, shooting, and death of a pediatric an arrest warrant has been issued at a woman suspected of hiring him, police said on Friday. Mass attention to kick off International Balloon Festival in Albuquerque, New Mexico. New shocking allegations that come out against the Louisville basketball program in a new book entitled Breaking Carter Rules Basketball on Score Queen as a Louisville staff member reported paid escorts have sex with recruits. U.S. Secretary of Education Art Duncan said that for the post in December to spend more time with his family and that's on Friday. Disappointing job growth in September indicate that the economic slowdown in China and elsewhere has started hurting the United States, and it probably means that the Federal Reserve will take a key interest in the rate this month and maybe even this year. United's new CEO Oscar Munoz tries to show the airline cares, but his efforts are getting mixed grades. New York online stockbrokers company Scott Tradesman saying that the names and addresses of about 4.6 million of his customers may have been stolen by hackers. U.S. hedge funds brace for the worst year since financial crisis. In Los Angeles, according to Hollywood Reporter and Variety, CBS TV has planned on bringing back the sexy and Brady super spy MacGyver. NASA New Horizon captured this high-resolution ads television as shown as a beautiful world with a violent past. When it comes to soil climate change, it takes more of an individual than Wednesday and Thursday. 51 countries fell to their climate action plan within the United Nations, a key step toward reaching an international coordinated in the Paris Climate Summit. Washington, the blue whale is the largest creature on Earth and perhaps the biggest ever lived, so it is no surprise that it has a huge appetite. A study by researchers from Baylor University found that cell phones, particularly after the fundamental foreign stomach, can damage romantic relationships. A 2.1 increase in BMI was observed for each hour that teenagers go to bed late as bedtime is seen as a potential talk about weight management during the depressive transition into adulthood. As numbers grow, breast cancer survivors face ongoing challenges. A day after a mass shooting in Oregon, 23 mental health groups are called on the Congress to pass legislation aimed at repeating the USA's broken mental health system. Peter Channel News Time is out 8:10. And it is 10.5 hours. Sports reporting the Boston Red Sox fall to the Cleveland Indians last night, 8-2, while the Lancers boys and girls soccer team fared well as the boys soccer team defeated Westwood and Westwood 2-1, and the Lancers girls soccer team defeated Westwood at home last night 4-3, while the North Lancers football team lost to Millswapdale 34-21, and the Sox and the Indians go at it again at 7:10 p.m. at Progressive Field. While the New England Warriors will be in Chicago to take out the Chicago Fire. 4 FIFA sponsors: Coca-Cola, Budweiser, Visa, McDonald's, and McClover. Beleaguered president set Biden to resign immediately. Venus Williams captured a 47 WTA career title on Saturday in her biggest 5 years when she won the World Open in China, beating Wimbledon runner-up Gabriel Muguruza. Phoenix, Dallas, Kitchell slowly walked into Houston Astros clubhouse at 3:53 Friday after they took a ride to the lock in the dress of the crowd of the Houston Astros clubhouse. Peter Cheldusab, 8:11 here on this Saturday morning here, and it is time for a travel report on this Saturday morning. It's smooth sailing highways and byways and ways there, and we got some accidents here. Started off down and we're down there where we're seeing 95 on the southbound side. We have an accident here before Route 146 in Providence, and 95 stop and get an accident protected escorts around Route 1 and protected, so expecting delays around the northbound side of Route 95 here and up in Boston here. We got an accident here on Embankment Road on Route 20 around Store Drive, so expect some delays here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing coming here on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here. And take a look at MBTA alerts here. Subway system, it's looking good here. Commuter rail looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Cheldusab, 8:12. Time for weather report here is the latest at Hurricane Joaquin is a Category 3 storm with 125 mile per hour wind gusts. So location 25.6 to the north, 32.5 to the west here. And moving in office at 13 miles an hour here. And okay, the latest spoken advisory here on Joaquin here. Powerful Hurricane Joaquin moving away from the Bahamas as changing the advisory. The government of the Bahamas discontinued all watches the water for the Bahamas and for the Turks and Caicos Islands. Somebody watches water in effect that Trump's on water is effect for Bermuda. A hurricane watch in effect for Bermuda. A Trump's on water means that Trump's on glaciers are expected somewhere within the warning area, but for Bermuda, Trump's on conditions are expected within the next 36 hours. A hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area, and watches typically issued 48 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of the Trump's on force winds. Conditions that make outside preparation difficult and dangerous. First, our information specific here. Please monitor product station by National Meteorological Service here. At 8 a.m., based on daylight time, the eye of Hurricane Joaquin was located by a reconnaissance plane near latitude 25.6 to the north, longitude 72.5 to the west. Joaquin is moving towards the northeast near 13 miles an hour, 20 kilometers an hour. Then this motion is expected to continue throughout tonight with an increase in the forward speed as a turn track. The northeast is forecasted Sunday, and the forecast track in the center of Joaquin will continue to move away from the Bahamas today. It's past west of the Bermuda on Sunday. Map is saying winds on Maine near 125 miles an hour with higher gusts as Joaquin is Category 3 hurricane on the south for Simpson hurricane winds to go. Slow weakening is forecast to begin later today, followed by steadier weakening Sunday and Sunday night. Hurricane force winds extended was up to 50 miles an hour from the center of Trump, so force winds extended outwards up to 25 miles. The minimum center pressure just reported by Air Force reconnaissance plane was 940 millibars at 27.76 inches. Wind gusting winds will be continued to the affect portion of the central southeast Bahamas this morning. Temperatures conditions are first expected to reach Bermuda by Sunday morning with hurricane conditions possible by Sunday afternoon. Storm surge. Water levels should slowly subside today as Joaquin moves away from the Bahamas. Rainfall. Joaquin is expected to produce additional rain accumulations of 2 to 5 inches over the Bahamas, Eastern Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Turks and Caicos Islands. 5 today, outside maximum storm total amounts of 25 inches off Palm Limit in central Bahamas. As outer rain beds of Joaquin will be beginning to affect Bermuda by early Sunday as Joaquin is expected to produce 3 to 5 inches of rainfall over the Bermuda by Monday. This rainfall could result in light, threatened and flash floods. Surfs. Swells generated by Joaquin will continue to affect portions of the Bahamas during the next few days, and swells that affected much on the southeastern coast of the United States will spread northward along the east coast of the United States throughout the weekend. Swells from Joaquin will begin affecting Bermuda today and continue throughout the weekend. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and wind current conditions, even by Joaquin expected to pass well east of the coast of the United States a prolonged period of elevated water levels and large waves will affect the Milan region, causing significant beach and dune erosion with moderate coastal flooding likely. Please consult products from your local weather office. Here. Okay, looking at the latest radar situation here. It shows some slight rain showers around 7 New Hampshire, stretching around Newburyport up to Lawrence to the low, and 9 rain showers around the greater Boston and up and around north from Route 120 from Beverly up to Lexington, and 9 rain showers stretching from the greater Boston and the South Shore, stretching down for south of the Pike, and down for Worcester, and down for Springfield, and stretching to Stafford, down for Hartford, and down for New Britain, down for New Haven, and down for Stamford here. And stretching it up south of Albany in between Austin, New York here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, rain likely before 11 a.m. Then a chance to drizzle after 3 p.m. Clouds got high at 53 degrees. The northeast is about 14 miles to size, 29 miles, but chance speech is 6%. New principal amounts less than 10 inch possible. Today, chance to drizzle, clouds got low at 47 degrees. Northeast is about 11 to 13 miles to size, 26 miles an hour. Sunday, chance to drizzle, most clouds got about 55 degrees. Northeast is about 11 miles to size, 24 miles an hour. Sunday night, chance to drizzle before midnight, most clouds got about 44 degrees. North about 6 to 10 miles to size, 22 miles an hour. Monday, chance to drizzle, most clouds got about 161 degrees, and north about 8 to 10 miles to size, 20 miles an hour. Monday night, chance to drizzle before 10 p.m., most clouds got about 46 degrees. Tuesday, parts of the podcast got about 6 miles about 45 degrees. Wednesday, Sunday, most clouds got about 6 out about 45 degrees. Thursday, most Sunday podcast got about 63 about 40 degrees, and Friday, parts of got about 63 degrees. Not temperature at 8:17 a.m. 51 degrees will add rate of fog and mist, humidity 8 knots, and that is going to be for the Peter Shell Saturday Morning News, and it's Saturday morning, October 3rd, 2015. Peter, have a good morning, a good Monday. You have a good day.